Hello, this is Alan Brooks with an instrumental video, I guess that's what it's called, for Grantham University. Um, by trade, I'm an automotive technician, but I've been working on bikes and such and so on and so forth. Been doing it my whole life, pretty much, along with riding my whole life. Um, but I'd like to show you, it's a simple version of doing an oil change on a bike. I'm not going to actually do it, um, due to time and money. I can't do it right now, but I can show you the simplicity of it, which it is pretty simple. Um, Here I have my go this way with the lighting. It's a '05 Springer motorcycle, Harley Davidson. Doing the oil changes on this is really actually pretty simple. Um, in most cases, you have where your dipstick is here, and you can pull it out and you can see where your level is. Um, to drain it, it's a pretty simple spot realistically. It's right here underneath here. Let's see if I can get underneath this so you can see it. There it is. Here's your drain line right there. It's easier to have it up on a stand, so you can get the oil pan underneath it. And when it's straight up, it drains a lot easier that way. That's just for the engine oil itself. You can check your manual. It tells you how many quarts that you actually need. Usually if you go by, wherever place you go to get your bike parts, usually I get it from a Harley. It's simpler that way. Tell how many quarts. I believe mine is 4 quarts. I do have an oil filter on the front of this. It's right here. You can see it there, you can. Okay. And pretty much like a car, when you change your oil, change your filter. This also has transmission fluid and a chain case fluid, or for the chain guard itself, you can pull off. This is for the transmission. This is just a little dipstick where you can fill it up, but you don't actually have to take that out. The spot where you actually drain it is, not sure if you're going to be able to see it. We'll try. It's up underneath here between the two shocks. Let's see if you can see it. Looks like probably not, but it's in between, right up in the middle there. There's your drain line, or the drain plug. Pull the drain plug while it's up on the stand, drain it on down, and then once it empties out, it's good to, forgot to mention on the oil, when you're doing the oil, you can just pop this thing up so it helps with the flow to come down. Same with this one here. You can pull this out, kind of helps the fluid flow out a little bit better. And to fill this back up, it's actually pretty simple. It's 1 quart. So with the when you go to the Harley deal or Harley place or wherever you go for your motorcycle supplies, you get your 1 quart of the transmission, 1 quart of the gear, and then you just put those in there, and you're good with that. And then the oil, like I said, is about 4 quarts. So that's where you'd fill up for that one. Now, coming around here, you have your gear, or let's say chain case. Chain case pretty much is right here. Inside here there's a large chain that connects the transmission, which is in the back, with the engine that's in the front. So it kind of connects them both, like even in a normal car, it's bolted together. These aren't exactly bolted together per se, but they're just connected through a chain. But your drain plug for this one, let's see if I can get underneath there and show you. Where's it? Try to find it first. Apologize. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's right there. That's your drain line, which is right there where my hand's at, right there, or the drain screw. Pull that off. That'll drain all the fluid out. Once again, it can be up on a stand to do this. It's a lot easier to do it up on a stand. And then your cover here, once you pull your cover off, like I said, it's 1 quart, but there's a spot inside here where you can fill it up to, and if you read through your manual, it'll tell you. And so you can fill it up and drain it from here, and then fill it up back inside of here. I'll try to get back up again. Now the jack, I know it's kind of cluttered in here, I apologize. The jack I got right here, it's a regular motorcycle jack. That works out pretty well, because once you get it up underneath here and get it up, you can pretty much get underneath the whole thing. Makes it real easy to get to. Some of the bike shops have it set up to where it's a very high jack, and it's easier to work on ergonomically for your back and stuff, you know. Apparently I don't have that, obviously, so I use that. It works out pretty well. Maintaining a motorcycle is actually pretty simple, pretty easy. It's just like a car, the same basic idea. You have brakes, which I need to do the brakes on mine, so it's a good way to show you real quick. Let me get you down here. See, here's where the brake pads are in the back, and you know, same with the rotor. As you can see, mine's pretty far down. I got to replace those next time I do an oil change, which will be soon. Same with the front. A little difficult to see the front, but it's right inside of here. That's where all that is. So, but you know, it's the same thing with headlights. You don't have a belt to worry about like you do on a regular car. This just has the chain down there, but you still got to check for tension and everything else, because you know, it wears out like anything else, depending on how you ride it. But it's a simple thing. Air filter also. You know, my air filter is inside of here. I don't know how well you can see behind it. You can't really see that much behind it, but behind here, it's a K&N. So you clean it out and then recharge by putting more oil. Put oil back on it again. It's a spray. You put it back on. Pretty simple. I've been riding most of my life, and I don't think I've really, up to this point, knock on wood, haven't had any real issues with the engines and stuff like that, just because I take care of them, maintain them. Which you can do that with any cars. Any car you maintain, it'll keep you going. Don't abuse it. So, but there it is. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.